So here's to the dreamers, the seekers, the wise. Crystal lavender will reach in the skies. Through tarot and starlight will always roam. In the heart of the universe we found our home. Comes where the mystics play. We speak the language of the Milky Way. A touch of Venus, a kiss from the moon, guiding lost hearts with a sweet gentle tune.
Hello, hello, welcome here, welcome back, good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you are watching this video. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose, and I am your host, Crystal Lavender. I know, some people are like, were you born to be a stripper or a hippie? I'm like, both, but I'll drop it like it's hot, but I ain't gonna get back up, you know what I mean? So, today's video is a Thanksgiving message. We're going to see what's coming through for Thanksgiving, all right? And it's in all signs. But before we get started, we are going to talk about this. This is my book. It is called Say You Love, and it is a testimony of triumph over the darkness of childhood sexual trauma and addiction. And I wrote this whole entire book using some paper and my phone. I did a talk to text, and I would talk into my phone, and then I would go back in and edit it, okay? So, and I share my story as a message of hope and inspiration for anyone out there that is struggling in silence, thinking that they are all alone. Like, hi, my name is Crystal, and I am 3+ years into recovery, and I'm very loud about my recovery story for anybody that is sitting in silence, okay? We will not stay quiet and anonymous so that other people can feel comfortable, all right? We are loud, we are proud. And I am, there's a lot in this book. I'm very vulnerable and honest and open. A lot of embarrassing stuff, a lot of, really painful things, a lot of really happy things. It goes from the things that happened to me when I was a child all the way to running away from home and living on the streets of Las Vegas and hopping illegal freight trains, hitchhiking across the country, like all kinds of things. I've lived 1,000 different lives in this one lifetime. And then it goes into my recovery story. So that will be found in the description box of every single one of my videos. After the video is uploaded, I don't think I put it in the description box yet. So after it's uploaded, I'll go back in and do that. And you could get it on Amazon for $12.12, or you could get it free on my website, or you can get a signed copy if you email me. All right. So let's get this party started. Hello, hello. Hi, Dan. Hi, Dorella. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Mama. Hi, Michael. Right. Gobble till you wobble. Okay. So, thank you guys so much for being here. It is truly an honor. We're going to get the party started with Aries. I already wobbled too, Tanya. Find these little banner thingies. Banners. And we will start with Aries. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening or day or whatever time of the world it is for you. Just going to put this down just a little bit. Cutting my face off over here. Yay! Live, right? All right, Aries 355. Please go check out Tanya's channel with Tarot Vibes. If you have not checked out Tanya, please give her a follow and a holla. Tell her I said what up. Okay, Aries, what is coming in for Thanksgiving? What sort of messages do we have for the Aries collective for Thanksgiving? For the Gobble Till You Wobble Day. Gobble Till You Wobble. Make sure that you're thankful, right? Be thankful for something. We all got something we can be thankful for. We all got something that we could be pissed off about, and we all got something we could be thankful for. So make sure we're keeping that in balance. You know what I mean? Aries. What does Aries got coming? Ooh. Making some progress. Making some very serious plans for the future. Like, you might have gotten some good news with the Judgment here. And the Two of Wands in the upright. So you're making plans. Making a final decision. Some of you might be deciding to go back to school or to do some sort of higher educational learning or to get some sort of certificate or to renew your driver's license or something. Some sort of renewal, some sort of planning, some sort of renewal. Or some of you might be planning to, you got the devil card here, so some of you might be planning to drop some sort of bad habit, or, you know, maybe quit drinking soda or cut out energy drinks or quit smoking or something. There's definitely some sort of decision being made about something that's been toxic to you in your life, like some sort of bad habit or some sort of toxic behavior that you're wanting to put an end to with the World card. The World card in the upright in between the devil and the Two of Wands. You're wanting to put in an end to something toxic that I think that either you have realized that you do or that you are tired of doing. Like if you're tired of smoking cigarettes or you're tired of, you know, drinking soda or feeling sluggish, or, you know, maybe you're deciding to drink more water, but whatever it is, you're deciding, you're making a final decision. Like that is a final decision. Okay. And I think you're going to be really successful with it. It's going to take some hard work. Okay. With the Knight of Pentacles, there's going to be a little bit of hard work, and you might be a little bit discouraged here and there, or you might feel like you're not doing as good of a job as you really are. Like you might not give yourself enough credit for what it is that you're accomplishing. All right. Yeah. With the Six of Wands in the reverse, like you might not give yourself enough credit. You might be playing it small. Be careful about like speaking about it before you're actually doing it. Like I noticed that when I quit doing tobacco the first time, like the first time that I quit doing nicotine, like I told people that I was quitting and then I didn't end up quitting. So this last time that I did it, I didn't tell nobody nothing. All right. I just did it. And then I made the announcement afterwards, like, hi, I quit doing tobacco. Like I am completely nicotine free. Like I stopped saying that I was going to try to quit doing it. And I just did it. And I didn't tell nobody nothing. So make sure that you're not, celebrating your success before actually is being successful. Okay. Because that might make you go a couple steps backwards. Yeah, retrograde. Yeah, Mercury is definitely going into haterade soon, so be mindful of your reactions to things. But you've got the Magician in the upright. Like that's action, that's creation, that's positivity, that's like being a master manifester. Okay, like you are really ripe right now. Like your mind is really ripe, your energy is really ripe. Like you're just really like you're super prepared. It's like you're ready to tackle on. You're ready to tackle it. You're tackling whatever it is that you got going on. You're taking it on full force. Like you're not participating in any of the negative thoughts. Like even if you have negative thoughts, like you dismiss them right away. You're like, you pluck them out of your brain and whoosh them away. Whoosh, bye-bye. Bye-bye with your bad negative self. Yeah, stay silent. Like stay silent about whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, because sometimes that prenuptial type of encouragement or applause will slow down your progress. Okay. And then you also get haters that try to sabotage you. Like, oh yeah, Aries, you sure you're going to quit smoking? They'll like smoke cigarettes in front of you or try to invite you out to do whatever. You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to not drink, or you're trying to, you know, control something that it is that you feel toxic in your body. It's like something that's feeling toxic inside of you. It's like you finally had enough of it. You've had enough. You're done. You don't want to do it no more. Ain't doing it no more. So be careful of people that are going to encourage you to try to, you know, like don't be the one, that person. Like if your friend is quitting smoking, don't be the one that offers them a freaking cigarette. If they are quitting drinking, don't be like, oh, hey, come on, bro. Like, why aren't you drinking, man? You know, like, what's up, homie? Like, you a quitter? You a freaking quitter? Like, yeah, I'm a fucking quitter. Okay. I'm going to quit doing whatever it is that I want to do. It doesn't make me lame. Okay. Because some people, like, that's the thing about alcohol, man. Like, it is so socially acceptable, right? Like if somebody was like, oh yeah, I'm going to quit doing heroin, everyone would be like a round of applause, right? They're not going to try to push your buttons, be like, hey, smoke this heroin with me. But when you quit drinking alcohol, people are like, what, are you don't drink no more? That makes you a square, that makes you lame or whatever. You know what I mean? So try to stay away from people that have that type of attitude, especially if you have made the decision to quit doing whatever it is that you're decided to quit. Okay. Running with scissors, Dan? Are you running with scissors? No running with scissors. So yeah, you're going to have a lot of celebration. There's going to be celebration, friendship, collaboration. I think your Thanksgiving is going to be full of people that you love, like family that you love, people you haven't seen for a long time. Look, there's even a little cornucopia at the bottom, and there's a little, some people are talking about like this is third party situations or whatever. But if you read at the bottom of it, it says celebration. Like that's celebration. Why isn't it not focusing? Okay, well, you're going to have to take my word for it. It's a celebration, friendship, collaboration, creativity, community, happiness. Like, this is just going to be a time of happiness. Like, I think that you're just going to be really, really full of, you're going to feel really abundant, very loved, very taken care of. Just kind of like cooking and singing, setting up those core memories. All in a golden afternoon. Right? It only takes one day, and one day everything changes, right? And one day we decide that we're going to quit smoking or quit drinking or whatever. One day we're born, one day we fall in love, one day we fall out of love, like one day we die. Like everything can happen all in one day. In one day you decide, right? What are you going to decide? What are you deciding, Aries? Because it's going to take you to make that decision. But I'm pretty sure you've already made that decision. The card said you've decided. You've decided. There's no going back. You have decided. And it says, shine bright like a candle. I don't think you're going to have any problem shining bright. I think that you are just going to be feeling very receptive, very warm, just warm and happy and receptive and thankful, in this time of Thanksgiving. And it says, keeping up. So don't worry about what other people are doing, okay? Whatever the Smiths are doing on the other side of town or whatever is none of your business, really. It's none of their business what you're doing, and it's none of your business what they're doing. All right. Try not to be in competition with anyone. Like, so what if they get a 25-pound turkey and you only got a 16-pound turkey? Like, who cares? You know what I mean? At least we all got turkey. We can gobble till we wobble. And yeah, remember that there's always something to be thankful for. All right. Make sure to give thanks during this Thanksgiving. Make sure that you're giving thanks. I know that sometimes it's hard, like some of us don't have like the best family, like to go out and hang out with or whatever. But there's always a reason to be thankful. And don't let any of this, like if there's somebody that's trying to rain on your parade, don't pay them no attention. Okay. Don't pay them no attention. So that looks pretty good, Aries. So congratulations on whatever it is that you're deciding to leave out that's toxic, okay? Like a round of applause for you. Pat yourself on the back. And you've got this, okay? All right, let's go on to the Taurus collective. Taurus. Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on and whatever time you are watching this video. Please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out. It's a little click for you, but big bada boom for me, okay? And for those that you don't know what that is a reference to, that's from the Fifth Element. All right, big bada boom, multi-pass. Kicking good. Taurus, what do we got? Hi, Pam Bear, welcome. What do we got for Team Taurus for Thanksgiving messages? Taurus, what's going on for Thanksgiving for Taurus? I love Tauruses. My son's a Taurus. My brother's a Taurus. Like, I've got a lot of Taurus people in my life. And, ooh, the 10 of Cups. Talk about a wonderful, like, it don't get no happier than that besides the Sun card. Like, if you get the Sun card and the 10 of Cups, shoot. Taurus, you're going to be having all kinds of a great Thanksgiving. You're just going to be feeling loved and warm and surrounded by family, like just complete harmony. Some of y'all probably got that time off from work. Like everything's just going to go very smoothly. Like if you have to travel out of town, your travel is going to go well. Be careful about getting in any sort of religious debates, because we have the Hierophant in the reverse. You might have some family that is on a different religious practice than you. Try not to get in any sort of religious debates with your elders. All right, just let them like smile and nod at them, give them a hug. Don't try to change their mind, because they're not going to change their mind, and they can't change yours either. So there's no point in arguing. Okay, don't let any sort of religious beliefs turn into an argument over Thanksgiving with the Hierophant in reverse there. Okay, but all in all, like you might have to work that day, but if you do have to work that day, it'll be a smooth work shift. You're gonna get paid like fat with your double time, and you're not gonna miss turkey or Thanksgiving. Like you'll make it just in time for Thanksgiving. It doesn't look like there's going to be any sort of interruptions or disappointments. I think you're going to walk away from anything that feels unpleasant. Like if it feels unpleasant, like walk away from any sort of conversation or entertaining any sort of debating or anything like that. Because sometimes people are going to try to push your buttons, especially when we go to Thanksgiving with family that we're not usually around. Like sometimes we walk into a room with family and it's like some of them are just judging you. It's like they're judging you from the minute that you walk in the room, looking for something to hate on you about. All right, so just ignore them. Like leave that alone. Don't get in any sort of don't get into your feelings about it. All right, that's a them problem, not a you problem. And it says change in the night, so there might be some sort of change in like where your Thanksgiving is being held, or who's doing the driving, or who's doing the carpooling. Hi, Jennifer, not Jenny. And you are rare and free. There are not many like you. And there might be some people, especially the older generations, that don't understand, either the way that you run your own ship. It's like you're the captain of your own ship. All right. Don't take any guff from them scallywags. All right. And there might be some people that try to push your buttons. Try to bring up controversial topics. Like walk away from anything that's not pleasant. Don't engage in any sort of conversations with anything that is not pleasant, okay? Because you have no need to fear. And you've got that 10 of Cups right here. Like the first card out was that 10 of Cups. So your Thanksgiving is going to be full of love and harmony and bliss and happy memories and good food, okay? Like there might be somebody that is trying to rain on your parade, or there might be like the uncle that you got to worry about getting all drunk or something and acting a fool. But don't let that get to you. Don't let that get to you. Because all in all, your Thanksgiving looks like it's pretty freaking amazing, Taurus. It says, who in the world are you? There are going to be some people that have to get to know you all over again, especially if it's family that you haven't seen in a while. Like they have this snapshot in their head of the last time that they saw you, or whatever it was that you was doing before. It's like you're going to have to, like they're going to have their mouth open like, dang, Taurus, like what did you do? How are you doing? What's going on? Like you've changed so much. Like I feel like some of you have leveled up so much that some of these people ain't even going to recognize you. They're gonna be like, wow, I haven't seen you since you was knee high to a grasshopper, and you're going to have to tell your whole life to these people. There might be family there that you haven't seen in like 20 plus years, and they might not know you at all. They just have this snapshot in who they think you are, or from like when you were little. What else we got for Taurus? Yeah, and set your course. Know where you wish to go. Have a plan, and you will make it in the right direction. Okay? So your plans are going to run smoothly. You've got this. Everything's going to go good. You're going to be all right. If you're traveling, especially if you have to travel like a long distance, or there's other people that are coming in, like maybe you got family that's coming in from out of town, and you're like really like, you're probably not used to having a bunch of people. So you might have a little bit of anxiety about, having all this family around, or having people in your house or whatnot. But With the 10 of Cups being the first card out, like I don't think you have anything to worry about. I think it's going to go a lot smoother than what you were thinking. But once again, the Hierophant came out in reverse. So be mindful, especially with the older generations, about getting into religious discussions or debates. Don't get in any religious debates with your grandma, okay? Don't need to. It's unnecessary. And the Celebration card again, okay? Nothing but celebration and love. So, Taurus, you're going to have a great time on Thanksgiving. You're going to be surrounded and with abundance. Woo! Yep. The 1111 card, that's nothing but abundance and celebration. Sometimes that stuff's fun, Dan. Yeah. You might feel like there's like a whirlwind. You know, it might feel like, oh no, you know, like it might feel real intense at first, but then once it's all over with, you know, like it takes a million hours to make a Thanksgiving dinner and then like 3 minutes to eat it. And then everybody's just all sitting around all stuffed and happy. You know, like I feel like you're gonna be a little stressed out at first, but then everything is gonna run smoothly and you'll be check off the list. All smooth. All systems a go. All right. All right. All right, let's go on to the Gemini collective. Gemini. Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you are watching this video. So let's find out. What are we doing for Thanksgiving? Aw, Pam Bear. Thank you so much, Pam. Woo, woo. Thank you so very much for that super chat. Hi, Autumn. Gemini. So what's going to happen for Thanksgiving? What do we got going on for Thanksgiving? What is your Thanksgiving message? What's going on for the Gemini collective? Gemini. Woo woo. So exciting. I'm super excited. Gemini, what do we got for the Gemini collective? Pam is awesome. Belonging to your own dream. Create your own life. And clock time and pressure. So some of you are going to be feeling like you are under pressure, you know, like you know how that turkey popper, that little red thing come popping out of the turkey or whatever, like you feel like you're super under pressure. You might be feeling like there's a lot on your plate or there's a lot expected of you, or you're just putting really high standards on yourself. Either somebody is putting really high standards on you to get things done, you know, to make things perfect. You know, I don't know if you're like overly criticizing your table, you know, your centerpiece or the plates that you're using or your decorations for your house or something, or if you're like overly critical about like the condition of your house, like maybe your floor isn't, you know, completely up to par. But I guarantee you nobody's going to care. Okay, nobody is going to be like, oh my god, Gemini's floor on that one Thanksgiving, like, ugh, did you see that? You know what I mean? No, nobody is going to care about that. I promise you. I promise you, Gemini, okay? Especially not anybody that matters. Those that matter don't care, and those who care, you know, matter for sure. So all must have prices, trying to please everyone. Yeah, I feel like you're just really super. I think the pressure that you're putting yourself under. Like, I don't think you need to put yourself under so much pressure, Gemini. I feel like some of you, like, this might be the first time that you're hosting Thanksgiving. Like, if this is the first time that you are hosting Thanksgiving at your residence, I can understand why you feel a little bit of pressure there, you know, wanting to make it all perfect. But I guarantee you it'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. And I think it'll be better than you think it's going to be. And it says, do not drink poison. Do not do things you know are bad for you. All right, so this might be a little bit too much drinky drink, a little bit too much eggnog, like drinking and driving or something. Don't be drinking and driving, especially if you know them cops is going to be hot on the pursuit looking for people. All right, if you run out of beer or something and you ain't got no designated driver and you guys have been drinking, like stay at home, call an Uber or get a taxi, like have somebody else go get it. Do not go out there and go get that beer or go get the whiskey or whatever yourself, okay? So don't be doing things that you know you should not be doing. If you know you shouldn't be doing it, then don't be doing it. Okay? All right, Gemini? Hi, Wanderer. Welcome here. And there's some people that are going to have to get to know you. You got, who in the world are you? So there's some people that probably you haven't seen in a while. There's going to be some people that like have to get to know you all over again. There might be some people that you haven't seen in a while, or they haven't seen you in a while, or they have some sort of, assumptions. Like there's always that one family member or something that you're like, oh God, I can't, like do they have to come? It's like, yeah, they're family, It says, wake up. It is your turn. Your turn. It is your moment. It's your turn. So I feel a lot of you are hosting Thanksgiving for the very first time. So congratulations, Gemini. That's super awesome. I remember the first time that I hosted Thanksgiving, I was such a hot mess. Like I was all over the place. I had no idea what I was doing. I'm like, I didn't know if the turkey was okay. I was worried about the decorations. I didn't know if there was enough seating. Like all of this, I had built up all of this stress in my head for what was about to come, that when it came and it was all over with, I was like, oh, that was it, like that's cool. It's like, that wasn't so bad. Like, I don't think it's going to be as bad as you are anticipating. Like, you might be like overly worried about it not being as successful as it's going to be. What else do we got? I haven't been completely monetized yet. Like, I'm not 100% monetized, but I do get super chats. Woo woo. I'm this close to being monetized. Almost there. So not quite yet. Almost. Carmen Sandiego. I remember that game. I loved that game. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Yeah, don't let your mind get to you, because you got the Temperance in the reverse. So don't be overindulgent. All right, don't be drinking too much, or don't let the crazy aunt or the crazy uncle that is just acts a fool or whatever. Like, keep an eye on them. Keep an eye on that bottle around them. Because we all know somebody that turns into a freaking demon if they drink too much. It's like, they're totally cool as long as they're sober, but once they get a little bit too much schwilly, like once they get schwilly, they become aggro and it's all over. So be careful the people that get all aggro, all right? Especially when they're drinking, because that person might act a fool, all right? And then you might think that it's like you got the justice in reverse, so you might think that it's completely unjustified. And which it is. So this person should not be acting a fool at your house. So make sure that you set those boundaries with people that you know that are like that, all right? Hi, James. But you got the 10 of Pentacles. That's family. Look at that family right there. That's like everybody happy, getting along, doing their thing. You know what I mean? The kids at the kids' table. All the pets are happy. Everything just running smoothly. Like, I don't think you got anything to worry about, Gemini. Nothing to worry about there. Nothing to worry about. You might even get an apology. There might even be somebody that is like, I didn't think you'd pull it off. Or like, oh, Gemini, like I was wrong about you. Like there might be a family member that like has acted shady towards you before, and they're going to have they're going to come to their senses. They're going to come to their senses and be like, like I was super wrong about you. You aren't who I thought you were. You aren't who this person, made me believe that you were. All right. Yeah. Like, I think there was somebody that was involved in some sort of he said, she said that is going to have to have to eat their words, have to actually apologize to you for taking someone else's side instead of yours, or for not listening to what you had to say about a situation. But there's definitely going to be some sort of reconciliation, like and I don't think it's with like a lover, but more with like a family member, somebody that needs to apologize to you, for being shady, or for not believing you, or not taking your side, or thinking illy of you. Hi, Barbara. No X-Lax in the chocolate pudding. Dan, you crack me up. That's so jacked up. That's like putting Nair in somebody's shampoo. Like, what the hell? All right. Okay. Let's go on to the Cancer Collective. Cancer. Cancer. Hi, Cancer. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you are watching this video. Let's see what sort of messages we've got for the Cancer Collective for Thanksgiving. What's going on for Thanksgiving? For the wonderful Cancers. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, ma. It says, wake up. It is your moment. So some of y'all been in fantasy land, or not giving yourself enough credit for who you really are, or what you've really accomplished. Like, maybe some of y'all have been super hard on yourself, or like feeling a little bit out of place. Like, some of you are losing some of that conditioning. I think some of you guys have been really like focusing on outside validation. Like you forgot who you were. You forgot like how powerful, how wonderful, how beautiful, how loving, how considerate, how compassionate, empathetic, caring you really are. I think some of you have let your loyalty, like you've been unnecessarily loyal to people who aren't even like, they're like unnecessary. It's like, there's no reason to be loyal to this person. They don't even like you. You know what I mean? But you're still loyal to this person. Guilty. Been there, done that. I've had my loyalty, like I am loyal, like I am hardcore loyal. Like my Saturn is in Libra, so I've got unnecessary loyalty issues, and then my Venus is in Scorpio, so I am loyal almost to a fault, right? So I think some of you guys have that same issue, where like you've let your loyalties, almost cause you problems. This is, we're all mad here, right? Like, don't let people make you feel like you are like an outsider, because you're not an outsider. All right, don't forget how powerful you really are. Yeah, everyone is a little messed up. Ain't nobody perfect. So if somebody's trying to make you believe that, like you're a bad person because you didn't do X, Y, and Z, or because you don't look X, Y, and Z, or because, like I feel like there's somebody that has got you in your feels, Cancer. And I think you've decided, changed in the night. Like I had to decide overnight. Like I had to decide, like, am I like where am I being loyal unnecessarily? Like, where am I being loyal? Like, I was loyal to people, like, sure, I'm still grateful for them, but when it comes down to it, it's like, I know they were talking about me behind my back. Like, I know it, and I was still like loyal to them, and that's completely unnecessary. Like, I ain't got to be loyal to people that I know for a fact are talking crap about me. Like, I know that says a lot about me, and so much about them, but still, like, you ain't got to do that. Okay. It doesn't mean that you got to hate them, and ain't nobody perfect. Okay. Ain't nobody perfect. But it's like, I feel like you're more upset with yourself for being loyal to these situations and to these people than you are at them for whatever they did. It's like, they're going to do them. They're going to be them, and that's them, like, you can't hate on somebody for doing what it is that they need to do, or for not being true to you, like, but you can look at yourself and be like, well, why was I so loyal to that situation, or to that person, without ever, completely unnecessarily, So I feel a lot of you are, yeah, don't drink the poison. Don't drink that poison. Don't drink any poisons, like like having resentment is a form of poison. Having guilt is a form of poison. You know, feeling ashamed is a form of poison. Hi, Goodman. Welcome here. If you haven't checked out Goodman's channel, please go give Goodman a follow and a holla. I haven't gotten completely monetized yet. I'm not completely monetized. I was able to get super chats. Almost monetized. Yep. Almost monetized. So yeah, I think that you have been doing a lot of evaluation, you know, taking a really good look at where, you know, like where you could improve, you know, and not being angry at those that have done you, you know, like aren't as loyal to you. Like you're not angry at them for making their own decisions, but you're evaluating yourself to see where you are, you know, to see how you could do better, because you're only in competition with yourself. You ain't in competition with nobody else out there. You know, and I believe some of you have been really looking at your mortality, you know, like your lifespan, like what you've done in your life, like what you've created in your life, like what sort of legacy you're leaving behind or stepping into. But believe in yourself, Cancer. Believe in yourself, believe in your abilities. You know, you might have some strange encounters. There might be some sort of paranormal activity that's going on around you. But yeah, you got the King of Cups and the Empress here. So you're going to be surrounded by people that love you, that might even be in love with you. Like this isn't a love reading, but there's definitely a love here. So I don't know if you are, like you might be traveling towards somebody, maybe for the first time. Maybe this is y'all's first Thanksgiving together. And you guys are going to have an amazing time. Like it's going to be an amazing time. You got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So that is male and female counterparts. All right. And that's just energy. All right. That is not gender. That's energy. So you have I believe you are either going to be meeting your significant other, or you're just going to be having an amazing time, maybe for the first time with your significant other. Like this is y'all's first Thanksgiving together. Yeah. And don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Put down whatever those burdens were, whatever it was that somebody made you feel like you weren't good enough, you know, like whoever was talking crap about you, like let them talk crap, you know, like God's rejection really is God's protection 100% of the time, even if it hurts. There's been times that like I've cried my eyes out, like when I found out somebody, like I was a friend to somebody, but they weren't my friend, you know. Like I thought that we was friends, you know, I thought that we was family, I thought we was friends, and like I found out that we weren't, and you know, like that's okay, good on them. But did it hurt? Hell yeah, it hurt. But ain't gonna drink that poison, let it ruin the rest of my week, rest of my day, rest of my month. You know what I mean? Like let people do whatever they need to do, because in all reality, you'll see why they weren't part of your crew anyways, or weren't part. You'll get to see how ugly it really is. All right. So don't be up in your feels about it. Don't feel bad about walking away or for choosing you. Make sure that you choose you 100% of the time. Okay. Yeah. And you got that 10 of Cups. So you're going to be happy, fulfilled, setting those core memories with people. I really think that this is like one of the first Thanksgivings that you're having with your significant other, or you might be meeting your significant other at this Thanksgiving dinner. Okay. All right. Let's go on to the Leo collective. Socked them. Hiya, pop. Mm. mm. Leo. My beautiful meow kitties. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. All right, Leo. Nice. Thank you so much for supporting Goodman. Goodman has been such a huge support for years in the tarot community. Okay. Like for years and years, Goodman has supported so many people on their journey. So to support Goodman, like it's an honor to have Goodman here, much less to be supportive of him. So thank you so much for listening to his mixes and supporting him as well. Jennifer, what? Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you so much. That's awesome. All right, Leo. Before I get to blabbling, I'll be all blah 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 blah. Leo, what do we got for Thanksgiving for my beautiful meow kitties? Their wonderful manes. Just feel all purry. How many of y'all can purr? I can purr like a couple different ways, man. Yeah, Goodman should be knighted. Goodman is knighted. Goodman is knighted by the tarot community. He's not even a tarot reader. He's just super supportive of all of us tarot readers. And that's amazing. So, Leo, I wonder what will happen next. Curious minds want to know. Ready to adventure. The precipice of change and pause before action. Do you feel like something's about to happen? It's like you have this feeling like you don't know what's going to happen, but you feel it coming. It's like you feel that shift. It might have been, Pluto moving into Aquarius, which is a huge shift. It could be the Mercury in retro. Mercury's in haterade. It's not always in haterade, okay? It's not always bad, but it just depends on how we handle it. It says messages for a rabbit. Services to the animal world. Are some of you guys going to adopt a forever kitty or a forever puppy or a bunny like this bunny? A creepy ass red-eyed bunny? You need to adopt one of those? Reminds me of the velvet rabbit or the vampire. What was that vampire rabbit? So some of you guys might be adopting a kitty or another animal. Pay attention to your dreams. It says such a curious dream. Like some of you might be having past life memories, like something about remembering things that happened in your past life, or having not like you're not awakening, but you're remembering. There's like, we always call it awakening, but it's not really that we're awakening. It's like we're coming into remembering. It's like we're remembering who we used to be, who we really are, where we come from, like how divine and amazing like we really are. I think some of you are coming into a remembrance. Hi, John. Bunnicula. I remember that vampire bunny. So some of you might be having some really prophetic dreams. And there might be a sudden change in the night. It says change in the night. Like there might be something happening that's happening quickly, happening rapidly. It might feel like it's overnight, but in all reality, it probably took a long time to actually come to fruition, especially if it's like some sort of healing journey you've been on, or an awakening journey. It's like you might wake up and you feel like a completely different person, like you've shed all of your old past baggage, or shed all of your worries, or it's like I feel like you're like almost like changing your skin, even though we do change our skin like every 7 years or something. We have a completely whole new like body or something. And you might be getting something that you thought was impossible, something that you thought was impractical or not very probable is going to be happening. There's going to be something that happens in your life where you're like, it was completely, like you thought it was completely impossible, or, at least improbable, maybe not impossible, because hardly anything is impossible, but a lot of things are kind of improbable. But against all odds, like you're going to accomplish something that is very significant. It was like against all odds, you still made it. You still made it happen. You still survived. Like you made it out. You changed. You accomplished. Like you stayed balanced. You stayed in like your spiritual self. You stayed in your higher vibration regardless of whatever was going on. And you found the lesson. It's like you finally figured it out. There was something that the universe has been trying to show you or trying to get you to learn, and it's like you just get it. You finally get it out. You finally understand it. You understand the lesson. You understand the purpose. You understand the situation. It's like it all makes sense to you. Like all of a sudden, it just all makes sense to you. And no need to fear. So if some of y'all like change can be kind of scary, you know, change can be kind of scary. It's like outside of our comfort zone. Like our comfort zone is comfortable, but it's like our best friend and our worst enemy all at the same time. So don't be scared, all right, to make decisions, to make big moves, to go after what it is that you want. You got the emperor here to be the king, to be the emperor, to be the one that's looked up to, all right, to give advice. Some of you might be awakening or remembering your abilities to be a healer, okay? Your abilities to be a paramediator, you know, your ability to be able to resolve conflict between other people. It's like you are your conflict resolution. Just you and your presence being there is conflict resolution. Like you're probably the most peaceful person in your little existence right now, you know? Yeah, and you're letting things go. Whatever's meant to go. Like if you have decided that you're moving on from something or that you're no longer participating in any sort of negative, self-talk or people that are just talking about other people, or, it's like you have decided with the Judgment and the Upright and the Death in the Upright and the Emperor card. It's like you are taking control of your life. Like you're not listening to nobody. You're not listening to nobody's bad advice. Okay. You're not listening to nobody's bad advice. Like you're doing your own thing and you're doing it damn well. And you ain't listening, you ain't participating in any sort of conflict, no drama. Ain't no drama llama, okay? You ain't gonna have it. There ain't gonna be no drama llama on Thanksgiving. There might be somebody in your circle, or that might be coming over that you might need to keep an eye on, all right? Keep an eye on your possessions, especially if you're having people over, okay? Keep an eye on like your expensive shit. Especially if you're inviting like a big family of people and like they're bringing their people with them as well. You know what I mean? Keep an eye on stuff that's important to you, because there might be a thief in your there might be a thief around you. Okay, so keep an eye out on some shit. The Death card is my favorite. That's one of my favorite cards. Archangel Azrael. Yeah, but you got the King of Cups. That just screams meow kitties. And I'm meow. Full of love. Full of love. Nothing but love. So don't take no guff from them swine. All right. And put that nurturing that you give to everybody else into yourself. And pay attention to your dreams. All right. You are not imagining these things. If you feel like you've done something before, or like you feel like some sort of past life, like you just have this random thought, like, wow, I did that in my past life. Don't question it. It's true. Okay. Don't question it. All right. Let's go on to the Virgo collective. VIRGO. 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 Did it. Some of you guys might be playing a family game of like Mario Brothers. You know how we always used to sit around back in the day? We were like younger or whatever, and like everybody would take turns like playing like Super Mario Kart or like Super Mario Brothers or something. But that that's cool, Michael. I love dreams, man. Like at one point in my life, I was addicted to dreaming. Like I was straight up addicted to dreaming. Virgo. Hi, Virgo. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you are watching this video. Let's find out what's good for the Virgo collective for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving for Virgos. What do we got for the Virgo collective? My mom makes amazing, like she's obsessed with poop emojis. So she made a whole collection of Doctor Who poos, and she made my cat into a poo. She made herself into a poo. Like she asked me what I wanted for Mother's Day, and I told her I wanted her. So she could crocheted herself, sitting in her little chair with her little crochet pattern crocheting. She was crocheting herself in herself. It was awesome. My mom turns everything into poo. Virgo. Becoming braver. Ooh, are you pushing your boundaries, pushing your limits, trying to see what you can accomplish? Virgo, taking steps out of your comfort zone. Taking one step, something that you didn't think that you were able to do or that you weren't capable of doing. Some of you feel like you are in a rush, or you feel rushed, or you feel like the pressure, like you feel like you're under pressure. Hopefully some of you ain't about to be like explosive, all right? If you're cooking under pressure, don't become explosive. I know for some people, like that's a huge trigger, like being in a hurry is a huge trigger for some people. And believe in yourself, believe in your abilities. Don't question if you can, okay? Try it first. Try it and see what happens. Okay? Don't decide that you can't do it before you have ever even tried. It's like if you've never even tried, then how do you know if you can or not? Like if you don't ask, the answer will always be no. If you don't try, then you'll never know if you actually could accomplish it or not. And a moment's regret. So if some of y'all feel under pressure, be careful with your words, okay? So like you can save a lifetime of regret if you are angry, like being silent in a moment of like a heated argument, or like if you're feeling under pressure, okay, be mindful of your vibration and what it is that you're putting out. Like be mindful, like if you feel like you're about to pop off or explode, like excuse yourself, like take some deep breaths or something. Like don't do anything that you would regret because you feel like you're under pressure, okay? Because this is a moment of regret. Or some of you could be like really nostalgic about like the past, about past memories, about past gatherings, about past getting togethers. But you can't live in the past, because if you live in the past, you won't be able to enjoy the now, right? The now is the most important. Some of you might be having some strange events happen, like some things that are just like, what? Did I really just see that out of the corner of my eye? Like maybe some sort of paranormal activity. And I think that those like might be like passed on relatives that are here to say hello, right? Make sure that you're putting some food out for your passed on loved ones, okay? Because they're definitely present, and don't try to people please. Don't try to please everybody. You can't. You're not ever going to be able to. Ain't nobody ever going to be always happy. You ain't going to make everybody happy all the time. There's always going to be one motherfucker that ain't happy with some shit, okay? So don't focus on making everyone happy. It's not your job to make everyone happy. It's only your job to be happy, okay? And yeah, there might be some sort of change in the middle of the night. You might get a visit in the middle of the night. Maybe you have dreams about like your passed on loved ones. There might be a visit in the middle of the night from a passed on loved one, but they're only there to encourage you to be, to be the best you that you could be, to not forget who you are. It says, don't forget who you are. Conditions fall away. The memories no longer define you. So let go of any sort of self-sabotage that you have. Any sort of like, you're not good enough, or this isn't good enough, or that you haven't accomplished enough, or, the turkey ain't pretty enough, the table's not set enough, that this is not this enough. It's like, it is enough. It is definitely enough, okay? It is definitely enough. You are enough. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. You are unique. You are the only one that is you out of the whole entire world, okay? So don't forget who you are and how wonderful you are. And don't be surprised if you have passed on loved ones come and visit you. Like, I think that they're there to encourage you, to let you know that they're all right, to let you know that you are on the right path, that you are doing exactly what you need to be doing, and try not to take it so seriously. 9 of Cups, you know? Why so serious? It's not that serious. Okay? We are on a rock floating through space. Enough with the hospital corners. I didn't even know how to make hospital corners. Yeah, some of you are going to be really super prophetic, super psychic with the moon card here. You know, you're going to have like real prophetic dreams, or just have like this real type of paranormal like awareness. That veil is super thin right now too, you know. And if you have to travel, if you're going out of state or out of town, all of your traveling will be fine. It'll all move smoothly. That's like transitioning, that's traveling, you know. There might be a little bit of bumps in the road, but all in all, it'll be smooth travels. Queen of Cups. Nothing but love. Love. Love, love, love. You're going to be surrounded by love. Nurturing, love, yep, and that's that travel card again. So if any of you all are worried about traveling, or worried about your car not making it, or worrying about something happening while you're on the road, like, don't worry about it. Okay, your car is going to be fine. You're going to make it to your destination just fine. There's going to be no issues with travel whatsoever. You know, and make sure that you get some rest. Like, don't let your mind get to you. All right. I think that's your devil right there. Like, your devil is whatever you've got going on in your thoughts. Some sort of toxic thought behavior, some sort of toxic thought pattern, you know, that makes you unhappy. Unhappy thoughts, just shoo them off to the side. It's like, if they're unhappy thoughts, it's like, just take them out, pull them out like this, and go, spit them that way. Off with your head, bad thoughts. Yeah, because ain't nothing bad going to happen. A Wheel of Fortune in the upright. Ain't nothing bad going to happen. I think you're going to have a very wonderful, like, kind of meaningful, like, I think this Thanksgiving is going to be a little bit more meaningful. It's going to be one that you're going to remember for a long time for some reason. And you're going to be surrounded by love, and your travel plans are going to go smoothly. Okay? Smooth sailing. All right. Let's go on to the Libra collective. Libra. Libra. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like, I love you guys so much. It is truly an honor. Libra, Libra, Libra. Libra. Hi Libra, welcome here, welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you're watching this video. Let's see, what sort of Thanksgiving messages do we have for the Libra collective? What do we got for Libra? Thank you guys so much for being here. Please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out. Share the video, share it with your friends, share it with your enemies, share with your loved ones, share with your haters, share with your kitty cats. Let's let the algorithm know we exist. We exist, algorithm. All right, Libra. What do we got for Libra? Painting the roses red. Are you trying to cover? Are you sweeping something underneath the rug, Libra? You trying to sweep something underneath the rug? Trying to cover up some sort of mistake? Don't cover up your mistakes. Take accountability for them, all right? If you fuck up, be like, hey, I did that, all right? I did that. That was me. I fucking did that, all right? I'm sorry, okay? So if, like, don't try to avoid taking accountability or ownership, all right? Don't forget who you are. Don't let outside opinions like make you feel less than you are. All right. You are the only you in the whole entire universe. So don't try to sweep whatever it is underneath the rug, okay? And if you need to confront somebody on their actions or whatever, like don't be so like we're such people pleasers, all right? I'm guilty. Like I am so like I don't like confrontation. I don't like having to be a bad guy. I don't like having, you know what I mean? Like I don't like when I have to be ugly. I don't like being ugly. I don't want to have to tell somebody what time it is. You know, like I want them to figure it out for themselves. You know, like I don't like having to be a bad person or the bad person in somebody's story, but sometimes we have to be that person, Libra, because us being complacent is pretty much giving them consent to keep walking all over you. All right, like don't let people walk all over you just because you want to keep the peace. Okay, make sure that you are standing in your boundaries. Like let somebody know what time it is. You know, it doesn't mean like you have to be rude about it. You could be diplomatic in your approach to it, but also don't like make sure that you're handling yourself the same way. All right, so don't be sweeping stuff underneath the rug, but also don't be a people pleaser either. If there's somebody that needs to be like, if you need to set some boundaries, like set the boundaries, you know, make people be accountable and believe in your ability, like believe in yourself. Like you are like you don't need like you will find who's right for you by being right for yourself. Okay. Like the people that fall off or whatever, if you set some boundary or if you're like, hey, I heard what you said about me. You know what I mean? I know that this and this happened, you know, like, can you want to explain yourself or, you know, like you want to give people a chance, you know, like you don't want to have to be the bad person, but sometimes you just gotta be Libra. Like you gotta be, you like, I think that's one of the harder lessons for Libras to learn is how to not let people, you know, how to not people please. So don't sweep it under the rug. Like if somebody disrespects you or whatever, like let them know. Let them know. Don't be afraid to cut people off. Okay. Don't be unnecessarily loyal. Like I was telling Cancer. Do not be unnecessarily loyal. Do not be loyal to a fault, especially to those that ain't even loyal to you. They don't even give a fuck. Don't give a fuck about you. And you're over here being loyal to the T, you know? Like don't do that to yourself. You don't deserve that. Like you deserve better than that. You deserve people that are on your same level. Okay. And just because it's law doesn't mean that it's just. We got law is not justice. All right. There might be some sort of unfairness going on. And Libras, I know you can't stand that, right? That injustice, all the injustice in the world. Like you see somebody like being treated unfairly, or you see somebody acting ugly, and it's like you just want like, why can't we just all get along, man? It's like why is there so much hate and ugliness? It's like I think maybe you might have seen somebody just be ugly, you know, like you might have been invited to some party, you know, but you don't want to sell your soul to get, you know, to have some sort of popularity. It's like you're like not in a popularity contest and you're not trying to sell your soul, go to some freaking Diddy party just so you could have some sort of, you know, say that you've been there. Oh yeah, I was with Diddy and Diddy's party. You know what I mean? Like you're selling your soul and shit. Don't sell your soul, Libra. Like you're too good of a person for that. And you deserve the same amount of goodness around you, the same type of people that have the same type of heart, that have the same type of like community, right? Ain't no unity without community. You know, yeah, don't be people pleasing. All might have prizes. So don't be people pleasing. Don't be unnecessarily loyal. And don't be sweeping shit underneath the rug just to keep the peace. Because our silence is a form of consent, okay? So if you're going to stay quiet about some disrespect, then that means that you're consenting to it. You know, and anything that you don't change, you're choosing. So get tough with age, right? Take no crap. You might have a change of heart like overnight. Like you just might wake up and just understand something. You're making those hard choices. Like have to make some choices that are hard, choices you don't want to make. You know, you're like, I don't want to have to make that choice. Like, I don't want to have to not, you know, not talk to this person. I don't like, you don't like having to put up boundaries like that. You know, you don't like having to be the bad guy or being like, you just don't like it. You don't like confrontation. Like you're all about harmony, you know, collaboration, love, community. But I think you're becoming braver. You know, you're taking that step for yourself to better yourself. You know, to surround yourself with people that actually should be at your table, right? Becoming braver. Ain't taking no guff from them swine. Yeah, choose who you will become. Uncertainty. Choose who you will become. Because if whatever it is you're not changing, you're choosing. And that's as well as sweeping underneath the rug, right? So don't be unnecessarily loyal. Okay? Don't be a people pleaser. I know it's Thanksgiving and all, but that doesn't mean that you have to be a people pleaser. Okay? Let's see what else we got for Team Libra. Yep, not walking away. Just walk away from whatever bullshit. If it's family, I don't care if it's family. I don't care if it's friends. I don't care who it is. If somebody is being disrespectful, like let them know. Let them know what time it is. You know, and not like you could do that in a very diplomatic way. You don't have to say nothing, especially if you know these people. Like they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they said. They know exactly what they know, okay? They know what they did. They know. They just don't know that you know, all right? So, yeah. You don't have to say nothing to them. They know exactly what they said. They know exactly who they said it to. They just don't know that you know that they said that shit, all right? But all in all, you got the 10 of Cups. So, like your Thanksgiving is going to be full of happiness. Like you ain't going to let nobody ruin this day for you, you know? You ain't going to people please yourself to death. You ain't going to it's not going to like I know sometimes like hosting, especially hosting, like you don't have time to enjoy, you know, because you're busy cooking, you're busy, you know, fretting around, making sure everybody's good, making sure that this is all good, making sure that, you know, everybody's happy, and like you don't have any time to actually like enjoy the company that you've got. So make sure that you're putting some time aside from the cooking, from the cleaning, from the hosting to actually enjoy the people that you're around, okay? Like don't be too busy hosting that you're not enjoying yourself. All right. All right. Let's go on to the Scorpio collective. Scorpio. Yeah, roles could be reversed for sure. And if it doesn't resonate, then don't take it, okay? Like don't be like Cinderella's ugly stepchildren trying to fit their freaking or ugly stepsisters trying to fit their fat feet into a glass slipper that ain't theirs. That's what I feel about like people that take stuff and try to fit it. It's like don't try to fit your fat foot into the glass slipper, okay? If it don't resonate, it don't resonate. Chuck it in the fuck it bucket. Check your moon, your rising, your Venus. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. Are you a Scorpio Venus, James? I am too. I'm a Scorpio Venus. Fat toe jam. What? What about toe jam? I'm missing something there. Hi, Scorpio. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon. Let's find out what we are doing for Thanksgiving. What is your Thanksgiving message for Scorpio? Scorpio, Thanksgiving messages. What do we got? What do we got, Scorpio? Scorpio. Scorpio. Ooh, do you feel all over the place, Scorpio? Why do you feel all over the place? Do you feel like you're getting pulled in 500 different directions? Do you have like 3 Thanksgivings that you have to go to? Is that what's going on here? Like you have all kinds of different family? Like are you going to several different Thanksgivings? Because, yeah, you got all kinds. You got the Chariot. You got the Page of Wands reversed. You know, the lack of direction. Procrastination. You procrastinating? How many Thanksgivings you going to? That's what's up, though. I can't hate on somebody that's got like more than one Thanksgiving to go to. Like that just means that you got more people to love and more people to love you, right? Like you are definitely, you are going to want to isolate. Like you might have to take some time away. Like you might be a little bit overwhelmed by all the peopling you're going to have to do, Scorpio, because we got the Hermit in reverse. But it's only for a day. Okay. So take a deep breath, breathe. Okay. Breathe out. You'll be okay. You'll be okay with all the peopling, right? With the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. You'll be okay. Nothing bad is going to happen. All right. There's no bad that's going to happen. I do feel like you have multiple different things that you are expected or kind of obligated to go to or whatever. But just remember that you love these people and these people love you. Okay. You love these people. These people love you. You know, make sure that you are taking a little bit of time to breathe, because I do feel like you're going to be a little bit overwhelmed. You're going to be a little bit overwhelmed. You know, you're like super happy that it's happening, but you're going to be super thankful when it's done. You're going to be like, okay, like, all right, is that it? Are we done? Are we done? Like, freaking hallelujah. Okay. Barbara, thank you so much. Woo woo. Thank you so much, Barbara. Love you so much. So yeah, you're going to be super, like, you're going to get through it. You're going to be exhausted, but you're going to get through it. You might be a little bit like, you might have to take a bubble bath or, you know, like unwind a little bit. But yeah, you got the Fool card. You're going to all these events. You're doing the thing. You're doing the dang thing. Okay. You're taking that leap. You're going to go see all the people. You're going to do the stuff. You're going to be a little bit exhausted, a little bit tired, you know, but you're going to get it done, and you are going to survive this getting together with your family. I know for some people, like, it's a freaking nightmare. They're like, oh my God, I have to go see my family. Like, whoo, you know? So I'm sending love to anybody out there that has that experience or doesn't have any family at all to go to, you know? Sometimes, like, some people are like, shit, I'd rather have some toxic family to go to than nothing at all. But, oh, my heart goes out to you guys. Like, I have a little bitty family. Like, it's just me, my mom, and my brothers, you know? So we don't have any sort of extravagant stuff. But my mom still makes food like there's an army. But some people don't have that loving type of family to go to. But I think you're going to several different Thanksgiving, Scorpio. I think you got several different obligations on your plate here, like a dinner here or to go meet friends at the bar over there. Like you've got you've definitely got your social. You will have your social intake for the month for sure, Scorpio. But it's gonna be all good with the King of Cups. You know, it's gonna be nothing but emotionally balanced. You know, just love, lots of love. Ain't nothing bad gonna happen. But I feel you moving all over the place, and I feel you being a little bit overwhelmed. You might be a little bit overwhelmed. And you might be the one, like, especially if you have, like, you know, like a kind of a toxic family dynamic that you have to go to. Like you're going to be the one that keeps it from crumbling. All right. Like you're kind of like the paramediator. Like you're the one that will be able to keep the peace between people, which I'm sure might mean a lot of pressure to you, you know, but you'll be able to keep it underhand. You'll be able to keep it in control. All right. Like you are the glue that will hold it together, which I know is a lot of fucking pressure. Okay. I understand that, but you are more than capable. Okay. You are more than capable, and it'll be okay. No matter how many freaking Thanksgiving dinners you got to go to. It's like, you ain't got to cook though. You can be going to all these Thanksgiving dinners, but you might not have to be the one cooking. Thanksgiving is awesome because it takes like 5 hours. Like you prepare everything, like takes hours and hours and hours or days and days, you know, and you get all the stuff ready to go, and then it takes like 5 minutes to eat it, you know, 5 hours to make it all together, and then like 3.5 seconds and it's done. And you're like, everybody just sits around all fat and happy. And gobble till you wobble. Says, don't forget who you are. Like you are more than capable. You are a badass. You are loved. You are worthy. And just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's necessarily true. You know, there might be some silly type of rules that somebody's going to try to make you follow. you know, like if it's their house, whatever, you know, just smile and nod. Like, don't pick your battles. Okay. Pick your battles wisely. Not everything has to have a reaction or an action. There might be somebody that's going to try to push your buttons just because they know they can push your buttons. And if your goat is gettable, then somebody's going to try to yank that motherfucker. If your chain is yankable, somebody's going to try to yank it. Okay. So don't let nobody get your goat. Don't let nobody yank your chain. All right. Like, you are the master of, like, you just show them who's boss. Like, you're the master of your emotions. Like, have no reaction to whatever it is that they're trying to push your buttons with. Okay. You know, and use your time well. Okay. You're definitely going to have to multitask. Days and days. You know, and just show them who's boss. Show them like how in control of yourself you are. All right. Because if they don't get a reaction out of you, especially if it's somebody that's used to pushing your buttons, you know, they're like, here comes Scorpio, you know, like, let's see how we can, you know, degrade them. Or, you know, you walk in, they're like, well, why is your face all covered? Like, you've gained weight, or you have pimples on your face, or what are you doing with yourself? Where's your job? Like, are you going to drink that? Like, do you really need to be eating that? Like, don't give them any sort of reaction whatsoever. Okay. Smile and nod, go about your business, you know, just go about your business. Don't let your goat be gettable. Don't let them get your goat. And yeah, plan your time wisely. I think you have several different places you need to be. Okay. So you might have to make a little map, a little time chart, you know, but you're going to get it all done, and you'll be thankful that you did. And you'll be thankful that you saw the people that you got to see and had the experience that you get to have. All right. Let's go to this Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Tanya. If you haven't checked out Tanya with Tarot Vibes, please go give Tanya a follow and a holla. Tell her I said hello. Same thing with Goodman. Go to Goodman's Mixes and give him a follow and a holla, and tell him I said hello. Hello, hello. Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you're watching this video. Please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out. It's a little quick for you, but a big bada boom for me, okay? Okay. Big bada boom. Multipass. Chicken good. Johnny 5 alive. No disassemble. No disassemble. Ooh, so I feel like some of you Sagittariuses have a family tradition. There's some sort of family tradition that you might be passing down to your children, or like a traditional movie that you watch or something. Like, I know that my aunt, she always watched the Peanuts, like the Charlie Brown Peanuts. So there might be like some sort of family tradition that you're trying to pass down and share with like your children. It says use your time well. So don't make every move count. So don't be spending too much time like trying to decide like on tables or what you're going to eat or what you're going to wear or any of that kind of stuff. Like, make sure that you are managing your time well. It says follow the white rabbit. Curiosity meets opportunity. Ooh. So some of you guys might actually meet somebody when you're out and about. Might actually meet some sort of curious person, you know, somebody that intrigues you. Like, you're like, you are intriguing. Like, where did you come from? Like, what rock did you crawl out of? You know, like, and I don't know if this is going to be a romantic interest or just somebody that sparks your like interest, you know, like you're perplexed by this person, you know, like, yeah, who in the world are you? Like, who are you? What the fuck? Like, where'd you come from? Like, this might be somebody that somebody brings with them to Thanksgiving, or like if you go out, if you go out and about or something, like this might be a friend of a friend, but there's going to be somebody that absolutely piques your interest, like your curiosity. You're very curious about somebody, about what they do, like where they came from. You're not quite certain like how you stand or where you stand with this person or where you're going to stand with this person, but they feel like you're very perplexed by them. Something about them is very like, you're like intrigued, you're perplexed and intrigued and like curious and like, like almost like you're like watching them from around the side, but you don't want to see them watching you. It's like you're watching them, but you don't want them to know that you're watching them. Like you definitely have an interest in somebody that you don't want them to know. You don't want them to know that you're interested in them for whatever reason. But don't forget who you are, all right? Don't let those conditionings, let the world conditioning fall away, all right? Like you are enough. You are pretty enough. Isn't it weird? Like I was thinking about this the other day, like I'm super conscious about like how much weight I've gained since I've been sober, right? And like I'll look at myself and be like, ugh, like you got this crease there, and like you look like this, and like, ugh. But then I'll look at somebody else and be like, damn, she's beautiful, and she a big girl too. She got weird creases and like whatever. And it's like, why do we look at other people and be like, wow, they're really beautiful, wow, they're really handsome, but then when we look in the mirror and we're like, ugh, the fuck, like why don't we look at ourselves like that? It's like I look at other people, like I look at other big girls and I'm like, dang, she beautiful, but sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, so don't be looking at yourself all. All right, Sagittarius, because you're just as beautiful. Yeah, shine bright like a candle. Okay, shine bright. You do shine bright. Like don't be hating on yourself. I know that sometimes we are our worst critic. All right, but you are beautiful just the way that you are. You're beautiful. And if you could see the way that other people see you, you would see that you were beautiful. You would see that how amazing you are. You would see how other people see you. And don't be painting the roses red. So don't be sweeping shit under the carpet. Like if you make some sort of mistake, okay, own it. Take accountability. Make other people take accountability. If you see somebody that's jacking up, like your best friend ain't gonna let you like go off and do something stupid. They're gonna tell you, they're gonna call you on it. Make sure that you're calling yourself on it and calling your friends on it. You see your friend out there doing some dumb shit, make sure you call them on it, because that's what friends do, right? Like real friends stand up to each other, like not to attack each other, but out of love. Like I love you, homie. Like what are you doing? Like you're fucking up over there. So make sure that you're doing that with your friends. Okay, don't be letting people sweep it underneath the carpet. Don't be sweeping it under the carpet, and don't let other people sweep it under the carpet. Yeah, you're a way shower. You lead the way. You lead by example. All right, that's the only way to do it, is to lead by example. Lead by example. Like we can't change nobody, right? We like, as much as we want to, like as much as like we wholeheartedly would love to help other people and like like help them take steps or whatever, do the right thing. It's like we can't make anybody do nothing. We can't make anybody feel any sort of way. We can't change anybody's opinion or outlook or the way that they're doing. Like all we can do is lead by example. It's not your job to make other people be a good people. It's only your job to be a good people. Okay? Only that's it. Your job is to be a good person. It's not your job to try to change anybody or try to make them, be a better person or see things from a different perspective. Is like all you could do is lead by example. So I think you're a way shower. All right. Don't forget that people are looking up to you. You might not even realize how many people are looking up to you. Like when I was in a band and stuff, like I had these little girls that would follow me, and like it broke my, like when I quit and like I made this little girl cry, dude. She was crying and I had no idea that I had influenced her that much, like I had no idea who was really watching me. So you have no idea who's really looking up to you and like watching you, who you are inspiring. You're inspiring people just by you being you. Okay. So don't get down on yourself. You know, even if you feel like you're falling, you might feel like you're falling into a hole or you're falling into a rut. Okay? You're not falling. You know? That's still momentum. Even if it's downward momentum, like there's still momentum there. And sometimes things have to fall apart in order for them to fall into place. So don't be scared, okay? Don't be scared. Don't give up. And you create your own life. Believing in your own dream. Believe in yourself. Make sure that you know it's possible. All right? You know that it's possible. You know that it's possible. So you got to show other people out there that it's possible too. Like there are people that are looking up to you to see what, you know, how to act or how to behave or what to do. You never know who's watching you. So make sure that you're leading by example, right? Yeah. You might be moving or you might be traveling out of town or out of state or to somewhere for your Thanksgiving. And that's all right. Everything will be going smoothly. The Chariot card there, you know. And if you have to deal with some sort of toxic family, like there might be somebody that tries to throw arrows at you or tries to throw stabs at you or something. Like, oh, did you see what she was wearing? Or did you see what he was doing? Or, you know what I mean? Like there might be some sort of like that family that you have to go see. Don't let them get to you, okay? It ain't none of their business what it is you got going on. It ain't none of their business. Like you don't have to answer their questions. You could just smile and nod. Mm-hmm. And don't be scared to call people out either. They're like, oh, well, why ain't you married yet? It's like, well, why are you on your 5th freaking marriage? You know, like, okay, I haven't been married yet, but let's flip this around for a second. So don't be scared to call people out either. Okay. Cause you know how family is sometimes. They be trying to nitpick and act like they're perfect and shit. Ain't nobody perfect. We're all perfectly imperfect. So, and there's some people that's like that's the only thing that they're doing. You know, they're gonna look you up and down as soon as you walk in the room and try to judge something about you. And it's like they need to point the finger back on themselves and quit pointing the finger at you, you know? Like you're doing the best that you can. We all are. So don't be listening to them. Yeah. Don't be listening to them. And don't be resistant to change either. All right? Like our comfort zone is our best friend and our worst enemy. So in order for there to be personal transformation, like something's got to change. Something's got to go. Something's got to give. All right? The death card in reverse. And make sure that you take time, pause, surrender. The Hangman. Okay? Look at things from a different perspective. Try to see things, especially like if you got an older generation, like, you know, like my grandma had to live through the depression, you know, so she had little mannerisms that had to do with how she was grown up or how she grew up, you know, like my who knows what my great grandmother had to do. You know, we have all this generational trauma that gets passed down, but it all has to do with like the mannerisms and how they like respond to things. Like the older generations, like there's a lot of hush stuff. There's some stuff that's completely taboo to talk about. You don't ask them about certain things. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to discuss it. They don't want nothing to do with it. So, you know, try to keep that in perspective. Like not everybody has the same perspective as you do. You know, and they grew up in a completely different lifestyle than you did. Completely different. Absolutely 100% completely different than whatever it is that you got going on. And they only know what they know. They've only learned, they've only healed what they can learn with what they've had available to them. You know, we got a lot more resources available to us now than like my grandma did, my great grandma did, you know. There wasn't all this talk about inner healing and ascension and spirituality, you know, all that kind of stuff was kind of a hush subject, or you a conspiracy theorist or a weirdo, you know. So like be mindful of like how other people were raised or what their situation was. All right. So let's go on to the Capricorn collective. Capricorn. Just finished talking about traveling. That's what's up, Tanya. I like traveling, but you're a Sagittarius, so you're all about traveling too. So hell yeah. All right, Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you are watching this video. What do we got for Capricorn for Thanksgiving? Yeah, please give Goodman a follow and a holla. Let's get his watch time hours up. He's got the subscribers. We need to get his watch time hours. Get him monetized. He does so much for the community. So much for this tarot community. Like, even if you're not listening to it, you can have it in the background, you know? Just let it run. Just let that run. Capricorn. What do we got for the Capricorns? Of course, Goodman. Go give Goodman. Go give Mojo. Tanya. There's so many good readers out there. I love this community. Like, I absolutely love this community. I know there's a lot of, you know, there's some disagreements and there's whatever that goes on. Like, I don't really know about all that, but like, as far as what I've experienced in this community, like, I absolutely like love you guys so much. Like, I've had so much like love and help and you know, just community. Ain't no unity like community. And I appreciate it. Woo! You got the 9 of Cups. Are you flexing? You got a wish come true? You got some sort of dream come true, some sort of wish come true? You're getting emotional satisfaction. Are you getting some sort of ha-ha moment? Some sort of like, I told you I could do it, you know? Like, I don't know if you are, like, I feel like you're going to be flexing in some way, Capricorn. I feel like you are going to be flexing, and I think it's like a well-deserved flex. Like, I don't think you're just going to be flexing on some bullshit. Like, I think it's like I think you've come back, like you've came out of the pits of hell, or you've like come out of like complete poverty, or you've come out of some sort of crazy situation, or like you've come out of like drug addiction or alcoholism. Like, you've come out of something that you should be extremely proud of, you know? And like, I think you're flexing this, whatever it is that you've accomplished during Thanksgiving, Capricorn. Like, you're flexing like where you've come up, like how you've come up. Like, you started at the bottom and now you're here, right? You've got completion. You got the Judgment in the upright. You got the World in the upright, right? Like, I feel like you're just like, you're letting people know, like, hey, like this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm about. Like for some of you, like, you might have just got a new car, or, you know, got a huge promotion at work, you know, and it's like you're trying to let people know, like, hey, I'm proud. Like, you want people to be proud of you. It's not like you're flexing to be arrogant or cocky or like narcissistic. It's like you're letting people know, like, hey, like, I'm actually doing it, you know, like, you're proud of yourself. Like, I feel like you're very proud of your accomplishment, and you should be proud of your accomplishments. Right? You should be proud of how far you've come. Like, go ahead and flex it. Flex your recovery, flex your new car, flex that job that you got. Like, you earned it, you know? Like, I don't think it was just handed to you on some silver platter. Like, you earned this flex. So flex on, Capricorn, flex on. Good, Tanya. Don't give up. No giving up. No disassemble. Tarot vibes alive, okay? Yeah, your fruits of your labor, rewards, right? It says right here, fruits of labor, rewards, luxury, self-sufficiency, financial independence. So you're proud. You should be proud, okay? Be proud. You have a reason to be proud. So, and I think that, like, maybe before, like, your family, like, maybe you've gotten together with your family and it's like, You know, like, especially if you were an alcoholic, or you had some sort of, like, you were in some sort of toxic relationship, or, you know, like, whatever it was that was going on, you know, and like your family would just kind of like, you know, they would smile at you and like hug you, but you could still feel that like worried, you know, like when people are worried about you that love you, you know, like that you get that eye, you know, where they're like, they're happy to see you, but you could just see the worry underneath them, you know, and like you're showing up, and you're showing up loud, you know, loud and proud. Ain't got nothing to worry about. Ain't got nothing for them to talk about, you know? Like, you are in complete alignment with yourself, like your own personal power. Like, I think you've accomplished a lot. You've accomplished a lot. You got a lot to be proud of. So flex that shit, you know? Do it. Take it. Like, don't be like, I mean, yeah, be humble, but at the same time, like, you could be proud of yourself. You could be proud and humble at the same time. Like, just because you're proud of your accomplishments doesn't mean you're arrogant or, you know, conceited or pretentious. Like, you deserve it, all right? And I think you're going to get that recognition. Like, it's like you're going to show up, and like people are going to, like, you could just see the, like, instead of them being like worried about you, or like, oh God, you know, like, oh, Capricorn's coming over with their crazy girlfriend, or Capricorn, like, what is Capricorn going to be doing? Like, you know, like, oh no, like, better lock up the liquor cabinet or do whatever, you know, like people are going to be like super happy to see you and not so worried, you know? So you got a reason to celebrate. Like, I think at one point you were kind of like the black sheep, or like out in the cold, kind of the black sheep, didn't feel like you fit in. So I think you've made a lot of major life improvements, and you get to brag about yourself, brag about your accomplishments, you know? Some of you might be like, you might have had family that you fell out with. You fell out with hardcore. It might have been something that you know, it might have been your fault. It might have been something that you did, or it might have been something that they did. But either way, you're going to give it one more shot. You're giving it one more shot to go and try to be around these people, or try to be cordial, or to be a family. You know, you're going to try one more time to, you know, let these people know, like, where you're at, that you're still alive, that you're doing good, you know, coming together with these people. You try one more time, and I think this time it will be a little bit more successful than the other times. Like, the other times, I think that they were like extremely judgmental of you, or you felt like you were super judged by them. You know, there might have been a lot of disharmony, like somebody that you fell out with. You fell out with the Lovers in the reverse, you know, somebody that you walked away from, that you fell out with, or you might have to meet up with somebody that you don't particularly care to see during Thanksgiving, somebody that, you know, that put you out in the cold. This could be a family member. There's definitely somebody that you know, you're a little worried about how it's going to go. A little bit worried about how it's going to go, but you've got reasons to flex, okay? So don't be scared. You can give it one more shot, one more attempt, you know, for forgiveness. Because there's been a lot of unfairness. They might still be unfair with the justice in reverse. They might still treat you unfairly. They might still act like they're better than you, or that you didn't accomplish nothing, or that your success is like nothing to be proud of, or whatever. But don't listen to them, okay? Don't listen to them. Like, this person is a hater. They a hater. So don't let them downplay your accomplishments. You deserve this. You deserve to be proud, all right? Don't listen to this hater. Try one more time. Let's try this one more time. See what happens. And no need to fear. No need to fear. Remember how powerful you are. And it's always tea time. I love this card because when I used to travel with the Rainbow family, like, I was plugged into a kitchen called Tea Time. So I love that card. It's always tea time. Is it insanity? Is it clarity? What kind of tea we having? creativity. It's cool because like at tea time in the woods, like rainbow gathering is like a bunch of people that all get together in the national forest, and like it's free, you know, like you can't spend money there, like there's no electricity, like they dig shitters, they tap water lines, like it's this whole big old thing, right? And there's all these different kitchens that are around in the woods. You know, it's almost like an Ewok village. You go, like the first time that you're ever at a rainbow gathering, it's like all these dirty hippies and their dreadlocks, and you know, like all these clay built things, like these woods built things, you know, like it's like an Ewok village. And you get into tea time and you have to ring the bell before somebody will serve you tea. So there'll be people at the counter or whatever waiting to get tea. And I mean, it's a counter made out of wood, you know, wood that's all like bushcraft, you know, put together. Like I've seen some amazing stuff at a rainbow gathering. But if you don't know that you have to ring the bell to be noticed by the tea fairy, you know, people get all butthurt about it. But it's like you have to ring the bell and then the tea fairy will be able to serve you. So it's always tea time at tea time. Hey, Siva. Hi, Siva. So don't be people pleasing. All right. It's not your job to people please. Just show up. Show up. Let them see how you've changed. All right. Let them see what you've accomplished. Let them like be proud. You deserve it. Okay. So let like show off. Flex that shit. You deserve it. And don't let the haters get to you, because they be trying to hate. Haters are haters. All right, let's go on to the Aquarius collective. Aquarius. Hey, Shara. Hi. Hi, Shara. So go check out Shara's channel. Go give her a follow and a holla. She's freaking amazing and wonderful. And yeah, so many amazing people. Like, I love this community so much. I love you guys so much. So go give Shara a holla and a follow. And we are on to the Aquarius collective. Aquarius. 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 Hi, Aquarius. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, and whatever time you're watching this video. So please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out. It is a little click for you, but a big bada boom for me, okay? Big bada boom. Multi-pass. Johnny 5 alive. No disassemble. No disassemble. All right. Aquarius, what sort of Thanksgiving messages do we have for Aquarius? Yeah, and you guys, please put the links for everybody's channels. All right. Feel free to do that, please. Investigate. Like Aquarius be investigating anyways. Like, you guys are natural investigators. Investigate. Think before acting. Ask questions. So don't make assumptions, all right? Make sure that you're not assuming things. Like, that's one of the things I learned one of the only things I learned in drug counseling when I was younger was assume, is ask you, me, assume. So make sure that you're not assuming things. Make sure that you're asking the right questions, you know, especially, like, I know as a human, like, even as a mom, right? Like, if we don't know the answer, like, our brain starts making up all kinds of weird shit. So, like, if somebody is being weird, and like, instead of us just asking them what's going on or what really is the truth, you know, instead of like verbalizing like, hey, we need an answer for this, you know, like, we'll start making up all these weird scenarios in our head. Like, as a mom, I know I do that with my son. If my son doesn't answer, I'm sure that all moms can relate to this. If my son doesn't answer, you know, I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? Is he in a ditch somewhere? Did he crash the car? What's, you know, like, we go through all of these like crazy outlandish like things in our mind. Like, so make sure that you are actually asking questions instead of filling in the missing pieces yourself in your mind. Okay, so be inquisitive. Ask questions instead of filling in the blanks yourself, because if we fill in the blanks ourselves, we could be filling it with all kinds of weird ass shit that has that's like nowhere even close to the truth. Okay, so make sure that you are asking questions and not assuming. All right. And such a curious dream. So some of you might be having really prophetic dreams, or like really super intense, like astral projections, or like just really vivid lucid dreaming. Like you might be feeling like you are watching yourself. It's like you're hovering over yourself, instead of like the third eye where you're like you can only see your hands. It's like you're watching yourself do these things. So some of you could be having some super intense, vivid dreams right now. And don't be thinking that you're like, I don't know, have you ever done this where you dreamt that your person was cheating on you and then you woke up pissed off? Okay. Be careful of that. All right. It says no need to fear. No need to fear. Okay. Like, I'm guilty of that. Like, I woke up, I've been like, like, you cheated on me. My dream said. They're like, what the fuck? So yeah, be careful of waking up mad for no reason, or assuming things, or like not asking the right questions. Okay. So some of you guys might be realizing like what sort of major changes that you've made in like your growing up, like some sort of growth, like the way that you would have reacted before. You've like noticed a difference in your reaction. Like you've been doing that shadow work. You've been putting in that effort to like change how you react to things. I mean, because sometimes we have absolutely no control of what happens in the outside world. We have no control of the asshole driver. Okay. We have no control of somebody in front of us using the blinker or not, but we do have control of how upset we get about it. Right. We do have control of our reaction to whatever's going on outside of us. So I think that you are noticing that, like, you're like, huh, that thing happened that usually really pisses me off, and it didn't get pissed off this time. You're like, all right, score. Like, pat yourself on the back. I didn't get pissed off this time. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. So you're noticing your growth. It doesn't matter if anybody else notices or not. I mean, it's cool when other people notice it, but in all reality, like, you're the only one that matters. So like when you notice it, like, level up. Gotta level up. You put like 20 points on charisma. Roll the natural freaking D20. It says use your time well. So invest your time wisely, right? Like, our money comes and goes. Our time we never get back. Never ever get back. Not in this lifetime anyways. We might have other experiences in other lifetimes. We're infinite beings, but in this particular lifetime, we only have this lifetime to live. So make sure that you are spending your time wisely. Don't spend your time being upset over the person that doesn't use their blinker. Okay, that's a waste of your freaking time. It's a waste of time to be upset about dumb shit like that. Okay, so make sure you're checking yourself and keeping up. Immense effort. Immense effort. Are you putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort? Trying to have some sort of outside validation? You don't need to keep up with the Joneses. It don't matter. Like, you are in competition with no one. Nobody but yourself. Okay? Who cares if their Christmas lights are like, they have like 1,000 Christmas lights and you only got like 500? All right? Like, you're not here to compete with other people. Okay? It ain't none of your business what they're doing. Just like it ain't none of their business what you're doing. Like, keep yourself to yourself. Stay in your lane. Don't worry about what other people are doing. All right? And don't worry about what other people are thinking you're doing either. Like, it ain't none of your business what other people are saying about you. That ain't none of your business. If they wanted you to know, they would have told you. A lot of times people will talk about you, but they won't talk to you, which is always funny. And it says, lead the way. Lead the way. So you are a way shower. Okay? You are a way shower. It is not your job to make other people be a good people. It's only your job to be a good people. Okay? Lead by example. Take charge. That's the only way we can lead, right? You want to teach it, you got to be it. Got to be it. Yeah, and make sure that you a moment a moment of regret. All right. So, taking a step back, especially if you're angry, like I'm mean as hell when I'm angry. Okay. So I try really hard not to be angry because I know that I can be super, super mean when I'm angry. Okay. So watch what you say in a moment of being flustered or frustrated. All right, especially like for some reason I feel about kids, like there might be a kid that might be frustrating the hell out of you or something, or just running around running amok. They're all excited, they're a kid, that's what they're supposed to do. They only get to be a kid for this much of their life. Okay, the whole rest of it is a freaking adult. So let them be a loud irritating kid. All right. And because I know my child has remembered some things, like at times that I was angry. I don't even know what the hell I was angry about, you know? I don't even remember what I was angry about, but my kid definitely remembers me being angry, right? So we don't even remember half the time what is irritating us. So try not to like he remembers me being angry, you know? He remembers that moment, but he don't remember what I was angry about. And I don't remember what I was angry about, nor do I even remember about being angry, but he remembers. So make sure that you're aware of like how you're handling your kids. You know what I mean? Especially if you're irritated. Like just tell them like, hey, I need a moment to breathe over here. All right. Just take your moment and go over there. So that way you don't regret it forever. Okay. Because I know it could be overwhelming, especially if you got especially if there's toddlers running around and kids and dogs and people, and like there's people walking on your carpet, or you just cleaned the floor, you just did this or whatever, and like you're like flustered. Just go outside and take a couple deep breaths. Okay, take some deep breaths, it'll be okay, because you are there to lead by example. Leading by example. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Goodman. Thank you, all my mods. You guys are amazing. I love you guys so much. What else we got? Aquarius. Yeah, PayPal or Super Chats. I've learned recently that you have to have minimums for YouTube to pay you for Super Chats. So if you have a favorite YouTuber or whatever, like it's always better to do the PayPal because they get the money right away. All right, just an FYI. So looks like you're going to have a lot of teamwork. You're going to be involved in collaborations and teamwork, working together. Like this might be with you and your significant other, or just with your family in general, like working together as a team to make this Thanksgiving happen, to run smoothly. I mean, you got that celebration for the 1111 card, 4 of Wands, celebration, joy, marriage. Some of you might be getting proposed to. Ooh, it might be a proposal, Aquarius. Thanksgiving proposal. That'd be super cute. Oops, wrong one. Tiva. There might be a Thanksgiving proposal or a Thanksgiving marriage, but the 10 of Cups too. That's like permanent contentment. That's like the 1111 card with the 10 of Cups. Like what, Aquarius? Sick. That's dope. That's that good kind of dope. Love, love, love. Just surrounded by love, harmony, cooperation. Shit. Public recognition, celebration. That's what's up. I think you're just going to be super happy, super, super fulfilled, very abundant, joyful. Like you're definitely going to have to take some time to rest after it's all over with. But you're very ambitious, very, very go-getting, like you're the go-getter. I think this time of year like really makes you happy though. Like this is like where you shine, like you shine in the middle of chaos, especially when it has to do with like family, holiday chaos. It's like you're like the knight in shining armor, all dun dun dun, like I've got the turkey done, I've got the table made, I've got, like you're like the super person when it comes to holiday get-togethers. You're like the go-to. I want to go. I want to go. Invite me, Aquarius. Yeah, I think you're putting in a lot of hard work. I think you've put a lot of hard work into like the aesthetics, just to make sure that everything's right. Like your table looks nice, the candles like smell good, like just the whole like ambience of the place, is very festive and welcoming. And you might not have a huge family, but you are the family that you do have, the people that you do consider family, like it might be framly. I call friends that are like family. Like you guys love and appreciate each other. You're very excited to have them. Like you cherish the people that you do have around you. Even if there's not a whole bunch, it's like quality over quantity, So, yep, looks like you're going to be like somebody's getting proposed to. The Hierophant, the Ten of Cups, the 1111 card. There might be some sort of proposal for sure. Collaboration. Traditions, passing on traditions. Forgiveness. Hugs. I feel like hugs. A lot of hugs. There's going to be a lot of hugs on Thanksgiving, Aquarius. All right, let's go on to the Pisces collective. Pisces. I will claim that for you, Tanya. Pisces. Last but not least, my beautiful Pisces collective. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please remember to hit that little like button on your way in or on your way out. It is a little click for you, but a big bada boom for me. All right? Pisces. What do we got for the Pisces collective for Thanksgiving? Do your part. Tap that heart, like Tanya says. Do your part. Tap that heart. Tap that. Tap that. You guys are amazing. Pisces. What's going on for Thanksgiving for Pisces? All in a golden afternoon, right? Everything can change. It takes one day. Like, I love that, like, that one day concept. Like, everything can change in one day. It's like you fall in love in one day. You're born in one day. You get married one day. You die in one day. One day you decide, right? Like, I decide that I'm going to school. I decide that I'm not doing this no more. I decide that I am pursuing this. It's like all it takes is one day to change everything. So what are you deciding, Pisces? What is it? What is your decision? What are you deciding? What are you deciding? TikTok? Are you under pressure? You got some sort of time thing going on? Something about the clock, TikTok, the clock putting pressure on you? You just watching the clock? Are you waiting for that bell to ring? It's like I feel like I'm in school waiting, just watching the clock, waiting for the bell to ring, waiting for me to be over so I could go on Thanksgiving break or something. Waiting for the bell to ring so you could get off work. Waiting for the bell to ring so you could get out of school. This is belonging to your own dream. Make sure that you're spending some time on Earth and not just in the ethereal plane. All right. Like, make sure you're not just spending all your time daydreaming. Make sure that you do have your feet on the ground, okay? And not just your head in the clouds. But you do create your own reality. You are the author of your own choose your own adventure. And it says no need to fear. Whatever it is that you've been like uncomfortable with, like especially if you've been worried about like money situations, it says remember how powerful you are. All right? Don't worry. You'll be all right. It'll be all right. And don't forget who you are. Let go of all the conditioning, all of the outside, like seeking outside validation, all of the he said, she said. I feel like there's some he said, she said bullshit that you don't like. Who gives a fuck? Who cares what they said? All right. Ain't none of your business. Ain't none of your business. And some of you feel like you might be falling, okay? But sometimes things have to fall apart in order for them to fall into place. Like rejection is protection. All right. There are things that the universe sees. Like the universe can see the whole big picture. The universe, God hears everything. Okay. They hear conversations. It hears conversations that you didn't hear. You know, it knows things that you don't know. All right. All you can see is like in front of you in your room. You know, you can't see like outside of your room, there's like a whole house, and outside your house, there's a whole block, and outside your block, there's a whole city. Outside your city, there's a whole freaking, there's the whole world. You know, you can't see none of that. All you can see is what's in front of you in this moment. So trust and believe that the higher powers that be see things that you don't see. And there are things that they are doing in your favor, okay? And make sure that you are asking the questions. Don't just assume stuff. Don't be filling in the missing pieces by yourself, because sometimes we be filling in those missing pieces all kinds of wrong. All right. If you don't ask the questions, then that means you're actually assuming and you're filling in the missing pieces yourself. So make sure that you are asking the right questions, and don't get into important conversations via text. All right. Please don't. That is the number one way for miscommunication. All right. Even if you can, like, if you could read a text and you can read it in that person's voice or whatever, still, like, if they're important to you, make sure you're having whatever important conversations through communication, like verbal communication. All right. Don't be texting people stuff, especially if it's like some sort of important conversation or a debate, or, you know, like don't get into arguments with people via text. Like that is the easiest way to misconstrue what people are saying. So if you genuinely like appreciate someone and love them, all right, don't get into conversations via text to people that are important to you. All right. And it's always tea time. Tea time. No drums allowed at tea time. And tea stains, y'all. So if you're out there getting the tea on somebody, or somebody's trying to spill the tea on you, remember, tea stains. Okay? That's what they use to tan hides and shit, is tea. So keep that in mind. If you're spilling tea on somebody, you know, or if somebody's spilling tea on you, like tea is stains. And don't be people pleasing. Not everybody, you cannot make everybody happy. All right. It is improbable. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but it's definitely improbable. And if you are into science and numbers, then you know that, you know, it's not impossible, but it's very, very improbable to make everyone happy all the time. Okay. So just do your best. Do the best that you can. That's all we can do anyways. None of us are perfect. You know, and you might be thinking about your mortality, like what it is that you're passing down. So if you're like, try to start a tradition, start your own family tradition. Like if you ain't got no family, or you have no family around or whatever, but you have your children with you, start something with just you guys. All right. Start your own little personal inside tradition with just you and your little family. All right. Even if like whatever it is, start it yourself. If you have none, you can make something. You can make it. And become braver. Don't miss out on opportunities because you're scared to leap, or you're scared of what somebody will say to you, or you're scared like how, you know, like letting that worry get to you. All right. The only time you fail is if you don't try. If you don't try, then you'll never know. Let's see what we got from the tarot. But yeah, I feel like a lot of you are under pressure. Something about the clock. Tick tock, watching the clock. Watching that clock. You know, and time is an illusion. Like time is only relevant to where we are in our existence. Right? It's already on the other side of the world right now for Siva, you know? Like it's already tomorrow. How's tomorrow going, Goodman? Right? How's tomorrow going, Siva? Like y'all are already in tomorrow. So, like how's it going? Time is only relevant to where you are in the world for yourself. And I feel like a lot of you feel like you're backed into a corner, or like the world is out to get you, or that you've got to fight. Like you got to fight Like you're look at that guy. It's pretty easy to tell what he's doing. He's fighting off all of them crows. All right. Fighting off the world. So I feel like a lot of you feel like you're under pressure. Feel like you're having to defend yourself or protect yourself, or, that there are people that are pecking at you, pecking at you, picking at you. And you're putting in a lot of hard work. Don't let that be discouraging. Like, you will get your rewards. All right. Don't let the world, like, make sure that you stay committed, stay balanced, maybe do a little bit of meditation. If you can't meditate regularly, like, go in the shower. Y'all is a water sign. So water is super important to you, super, super clarifying. Like, go put your feet in some water, and let all of the negativity flow down out of your feet and wash away. Like, even if you're in the shower, you can visualize all whatever stress that you have throughout the day. Like, you can wash it visually down the drain and let the cool water come over you, the clean water come over you. All right. So spend some time in some water, spend some time connecting to yourself. Like, I feel like a lot of you guys are so like in the hustle and bustle in the world, like, so like having to get stuff done and running here, going to ballet, picking up the kids, doing the dinners, going to school, like doing all this mundane, like human stuff, not to say that that's not important, because that's part of, like, that's our whole existence, right? Is being human, but don't forget that you are a powerful, conscious, creative being, and if you're worried about something ending, you got the death card in reverse. So it's not going to end. It's not the end of the world, and it's not going to end if you're worried about something ending. But I feel like you just feel real pressured, real time pressured. Like, tick tock, watching the clock. You might have to do some grounding for this Thanksgiving. Be mindful of somebody, like, be mindful. Don't let other people's words, because you got the Page of Swords in reverse. So if there's a kid, so this might be a younger person or like a teenager or some shit that has a bad attitude. Okay. Don't let this teenager's bad attitude or this kid's bad attitude, like, rub off on you. All right. Like, you're the adult in the situation. So don't let some punk ass teenager's bad attitude about being around family and shit, like, ruin your whole day. Okay. Because they're a teenager or they're like a young adult, and that's their job, is to be a little butthead, a little dickhead, or, have a bad attitude and, like, not want to be around family, right? Like, one time when my son was younger, I was like, Irie, like, because my son's name is Irie. I was like, Irie, one day you're just going to hate me, You're going to hate me for no reason. He's like, Mom, I ain't never going to hate you. And I was like, yeah, you are. I was like, one day you're just going to hate me for no reason, And he's like, I'm never going to hate you. I was like, do me a favor. I was like, look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself right now in the mirror and tell yourself that you are never going to hate me. And he did. He got up, he looked at himself in the mirror, and he told himself that he was never going to hate me. And then he turned like 15, 16. All I had to do was look at him, I was looking at him that, like, I told you. So, don't take it personally if this teenager or this young whippersnapper kid or whatever has, like, a bad attitude towards hanging out with family. All right. Like, don't let it get to you. Don't take it personally. Okay? Because that's their job, is to be a punk kid. We were all one of those at one point. So try to tap into your younger self. Remember how you felt about being around, like, a bunch of old people at a Thanksgiving, like, you didn't understand it. You didn't appreciate it as much as you do now. So make sure that you, like, take that into consideration when this kid is being obnoxious. All right? Because they're probably going to be obnoxious. And be mindful of some sort of klepto, because you got the Seven of Swords. There might be somebody in your family that likes to put things in their pocket. Okay. So be mindful, not paranoid, but mindful that there might be a klepto in your company. Okay. Compulsive klepto is like, I don't know why I took it. I just took it. Like, they don't even know why they take it. They just be taking it. So yeah, your Thanksgiving is going to be, that's like a lot of people read this as third party, but the actual definition of it is celebration, getting together and celebrating. So I'm going to read it as its original definition. So on Thanksgiving, you're going to be celebrating. You're going to be celebrating. You're going to be with loved ones. Look at them kitties, even the kitties. Look at them kitties. Even they're celebrating in the background. All the fishies. Dan, I know, right? I remember I went to the nursing home one time. I was like 15 or 16, and I went to the nursing home that my grandma was. She was at some sort of nursing home or something. I think it was Easter, or it's like Easter or Thanksgiving. And there was like an old man there, and like they were hitting on me. They were like super hitting on me, and like every time that they would like talk, like their teeth would fall out of their mouth a little bit. And I think I was pregnant. I was like, why are you going to hit on a pregnant? Like, so I had to have been 21. I was like, you're going to hit on me and I'm pregnant, I was like, that's funny. Yeah, you might be a little bit emotionally imbalanced. Try to keep your cool, all right? Don't let it overwhelm you. Don't let the holidays overwhelm you, okay? I know it can be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming. A lot of stuff to do, Like you feel like you got to put on a show for whatever. And it's like, you ain't got to do all that, all right? Just be. Just be. You're good. And let the kid be a kid. You know what I mean? Don't take it personally. Yeah. That ain't nothing but nurturing love, the Queen of Cups. So be full of love. Breaking bread, celebration. All in all, you're going to be all right this Thanksgiving, okay? It'll be a damn good Thanksgiving. It'll be one for you to remember. All right? She wasn't? I don't remember. I remember I was being at a nursing home where grandma was at. And I remember because I was tripping balls. I couldn't have been pregnant because I was tripping. And like the old person was talking and their teeth kept falling out. And I thought it was weird as hell. So yeah, you're right. Then I don't know how old I was. I was a punk ass kid. I remember that. I was an annoying teenager, an out of control, reckless, unappreciative, annoying teenager. Are we wiggle butts? That's what I call my puppy. I call my dog, my old lady dog, a wiggle butt. Little wiggle butt. She does a little wiggle all the time. Little wiggle butt. Okay, so those were all the messages that I had for all of my signs. Like, happy Thanksgiving to everybody that celebrates. Like, I love you guys so much. So very, very much. I'm so very thankful for every single one of you that shows up and supports me along this journey. Like, it's been a long, strange journey. What a long, strange trip it's been, for sure. And I absolutely cherish every single one of you. You guys make the world go around, for sure. I appreciate you. The chat, you guys crack me up. I love you guys. So thank you so very much. I hope you have a very wonderful, blessed, warm, like fulfilling Thanksgiving. Okay, and gobble till you wobble, gobble till you wobble. Little wiggle butts. And until next time, be good to yourself and others, always and always. And spread that unconditional love out to the ley lines of the planet, because God knows we need it, right? We need that unconditional love out here. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much, Goodman. I love you, John. Love you, Goodman. Julie Bully, Tanya, Siva, Wanderer, everyone. Jennifer, not Jenny. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Thank you, Pam Bear, for the super chat. Thank you, Jennifer, not Jenny, for the super chat. Thank you, Barbara, for the super chat. Like, you guys are freaking amazing. I love you guys so much. All right. I'm out. Vroom, beep, beep. Okay, bye. Okay, bye now.